What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome to the first episode of a brand new series here on the channel. It's the Buffalo Bills franchise. Welcome, Bills Mafia, to a brand new season here in Madden 23. And today we are going to be on the road. We're going to start off this season here right as we're going to be in Thursday Night Football taking on the Rams. Of course, Rams last year won the NFL Championship, won the Super Bowl. And of course, now their job is trying to defend that crown. And that first step into defending that crown is against us here today, as we are live here on Thursday Night Football, prime time. You know the world is watching, and you know NFL fans are ready as the NFL is back. And of course, Madden season is back as we're back here with a brand new game this year. And we're going to be taking on the Rams here today in this week one matchup. It should be a good one here, and it's going to be pretty much, I can see this is going to be pretty much a defensive game. Of course, Bills, not a bad defense for her. They got some slight improvements here. There's still, of course, there's always room for improvement, regardless if you're the best team, if you're the team that won it last year, or of course a team like us who came up short last season after we lost a tough game in Kansas City in that overtime loss there. Of course, Kansas City moves on to the AFC Championship and lose to the Bengals, who eventually end up losing against this team that we're facing right now, the Rams, in the Super Bowl 56. So, as you take a look there, right there, 83 overall against their 81 overall, we have a better offense, slightly better offense, and of course a better defense for the most part here. Of course, Aaron Donald's a guy that we're definitely going to have to watch out for in this game, as he is probably one of the most deadly and just brutal pass rushers in the game. Of course, our job here this season is to get back into the playoffs, and not to mention get past the divisional round and get back at least to where we were 2 years ago when we were in the AFC Championship game, facing the same team that we faced last year in the divisional round, which was the Kansas City Chiefs. So this team has a lot of potential. That's why I like this team, not to mention the historic history of this club. As you know, the Four Falls, if you guys can remember that documentary series on ESPN 30 for 30. This team, this is one of those teams that I just, growing up, I think I said this before in the introduction video, this team has a lot of potential, even then, back in the day when I was a kid, and even now. So with Josh Allen and of course several other players here, of course now Von Miller being a great asset for us on defense. This team should get themselves. This team needs to get themselves over this hump here, and in order to do that, we have to play in tough games like this and win tough games like this, like the Rams. As the Rams, of course, get the ball first here, 1st and 10. As Stafford will go ahead, go and play action. We'll see Stafford being brought down there by Edmonds, and he'll get the sack there. That's a big play, and that's what we want to see from our defense. I really feel like we got a good defense here, especially a young defense that can really help us out. And of course, I'm hoping that we can see more plays like this from our linebackers, and of course from our corners and safeties on blitzes and such, which we're trying to do that very same thing here today. As we'll see a play action here from Matthew Stafford. He's going to throw this one there to Akers, and he will get a catch, but that's going to go and get about a couple yards on the play. A huge 3rd and 15 coming up for the Rams, as they'll go ahead and bring them down again. Nice play there by Ed Oliver, as that's going to be a sack, and that is going to be a 4th and 21 coming up, as you see some next-gen stats. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the PS5 here as we take a look at our next-gen stats, and I just love this feature in this game. Of course, now we did our job here on defense, and now it's time for offense to come out and see what they can do. Josh Allen, of course, Stephon Diggs, as well as a plethora of running backs. You have Cook, Singletary, Chowder, of course, one of our wide receivers. And I'm trying to missing a halfback here. I can't think of his name. Not Adams. It's not Adams. I can't think of his name now. Moss. There you see. Yeah, Moss taking off right here. Nice play there as he gets about 4 on that carry. 2nd and 6 coming up. And we'll see a handoff here from Moss as he's going to run this one on the left-hand side. That's going to be a great run there from him as he does get the first. And is, of course, able to move the chain. So nice run there from him. And that's what we're going to be really expecting from all three of our halfbacks this season, as they will be utilized quite well. Of course, Singletary is one of those players that we probably could try to trade off. He is up there in age. We do have two good halfbacks that we can use. And use pretty frequently between the two of them. It's kind of, share carries, split the carries there for those guys. You see Robinson there for the Rams. He's going to be taken down for an injury, grabbing his knee there. So now 2nd and 8 after a nice 2-yard carry. And, of course, our game plan here this week is to run the ball on the inside and pretty much really on the outside of the game here. This defense, as these pass rushers they have for the Rams, and of course try to avoid the blitzing that's going to be just bombarded on this. Josh Allen could have a really tough day here, and they're going to try to do their best to kind of speed things up and kind of get the ball out of his hands quickly and not let him sit back in that pocket too much. As we'll see Josh Allen there throwing this one there. That is going to go to Knox, as Dawson Knox, of course, had a rough offseason there as he lost his younger brother, and now he is pretty much ready to go here this season and see if he can try to get to the next level here in the NFL and try to win a championship for this Bills club. As you see, a nice reception there for 2 yards. I believe that was to Moss there on that reception. As we go to 2nd and 6 coming up, and we'll see a man in motion. And I believe that'll be Knox, as Josh Allen will drop back here looking down the field. Finds this one. Trying to get that one to Stephon Diggs, but that one's going to be dropped easily. Tough break there for Diggs. And, of course, Diggs is our guy. He's our #1 receiver. We'll try to get the ball to him as much as we possibly can. But at the same time, we have some other great receivers here like Davis, who can go up the middle there and get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills, as Gabriel Davis gets the first touchdown of the day. And with 5:20 left here in the first quarter, Bills puts the first points on the board here on their first opening drive here. And they will get down the field very good, very cleanly here as they get in there. And that is going to be a touchdown for the Bills. Bills lead this one 7-0 here in Los Angeles here at SoFi Stadium. As you see the Rams head coach there, looking pretty concerned about his team and see how that defensive breakdown happened. Stafford now in play action. This one's going to be deep here as he cannot find it. He's going to end up throwing that one away as he's just been pretty much brutalized here in this game. And again, we got to make it uncomfortable for him as Cam Akers gets the catch out of the backfield there, breaking off a tackle. As finally he is wrapped up and they're just short of the first. 3rd and 5 coming up here. The ball on the 30-yard line. Stafford drops back in the pocket. Ed Oliver bringing him down. It's a fumble, and the defense will pick it up. Nice stop there as Von Miller gets the fumble recovery. And a nice stop there from the defense. Gives us a nice, good short field for the offense for Josh Allen and his team on offense there. As, Matthew Stafford. Yeah, he's probably thinking, man, this is definitely going to be a different whole new year for us. And, of course, the Rams, they won the championship last year. They won the Super Bowl. So they're going to have to realize they got a target on their back here. They're the best team in the NFL, according to last year's, how last year played out. So team like the Bills are going to try to do their best to show off, hey, we're going to be the next guys in line to get that championship and put that championship banner over our rafters, as we'll see. Hand off there to Moss. Moss goes off to the right-hand side. And a nice carry there for him, even though it's just a yard on the play. It does move the ball some. So now ball on the 15-yard line. We'll see Moss is still in the backfield for the Bills. As Moss here tries to break off a tackle, trying to get around that defender, but he only gets about a yard on that carry. And they'll be forced to kick a field goal as they'll get 3 points on the board. So 10-0 here. As we see, Cam Akers here runs this one, and Cam going to go ahead and get that one there, and that is going to be a short carry for him as he'll get about 4 on the play. Ball on the 30-yard line. Cam Akers now running this one here, breaks off a tackle, and he is just a tough guy just to wrap up. Seems like Madden this year is a little tougher to kind of wrap your players up with it. They have these little micro mini game there where you can hit X and kind of break off the tackle, which it's cool with, but it's kind of just seems a little too arcadey for me. I wish there was a way you can kind of shut that off, but nonetheless, that's a nice reception there for Akers again, as they're going to feed the ball to Akers. Why not? He's a man that looks like he is pretty hungry to get this drive into the end zone. 3rd and 3 coming up, and with this, you see there, Rams in the Bills territory here. As we'll see, that it's going to be a catch there, and that is going to be an injury for one of our players, Elam. He's one of our rookies. He is going to have to take a knee off to the sideline. Stafford now, 1st and 10. Stafford going to be brought down again. Another fumble, and a great job there as Ed Oliver forces the fumble, and then Phillips picks up the fumble recovery. That's 2 now on this quarterback here today from this defense. 2 fumble recoveries and 2 forced fumbles from our defense. Nice job here, guys. Let's keep this up. As now it's a 1st and 10 here for Josh Allen as they're on their own 30 or 26-yard line. Pass play there over there to Davis as he gets the catch, and that'll be just short of a yard there, just short of the first down. It's going to be a 9-yard catch. So 2nd and 1 coming up, ball on the 36. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Hand this one off to Singletary. Singletary run this one up as they try to do a WWE suplex kind of move there to him, but he will get the first down. 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball on their own 37-yard line. And it's been a kind of a tough day here. We haven't really thrown to our main target that we wanted to, Stephon Diggs. As you see, Josh Allen there throws this one out, but he's called out of bounds. That's going to be an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming up for Josh Allen. As again, it's been a little tough for him. He can't really jump. He couldn't really run out of the pocket too much. There's the edge rushers there were just doing a good job there containing him in that pocket, and for the most part here the line is doing a pretty good job here. If he can't run out the pocket to kind of get down look down the field here, they've been kind of doing a good job there keeping him right there. As you see, Moss here runs this one. He's going to run this one down there to the 31-yard line for the first down, and that's a huge first down for the Bills. As again, moving the ball very well through the ground. As we'll see him out there again. And we could see possibly him doing the same thing here on this drive, or at least on this play in this drive. As Moss here runs this one there, and he is going to be taken down there as he'll get a couple yards there on that play. Now we'll go to a 3rd and 2 coming up. Ball on the 22-yard line. And now we'll see Cook here trying to run this one up the middle. But Cook's going to get caught there by Aaron Donald, of course. One of the biggest, or the biggest paid football player right now this season. As he stops us from converting for the first down. As he is just being welled, just getting in there and doing a great job there at blitzing. As that'll be it of the first quarter. As we go now, or the timeout there, I should say. There by the Bills, as it looked like the Bills had a little trouble there of trying to get a play. As we'll see, the field goal kick, or the field goal kick is good, and that's going to put another 3 points on the board, as it's going to make it now 13-0 here, I should say. And this one, really excited about this new Madden game this year. As you see, Cam Akers here runs this one there for a gain of 2 on this one. As the Rams now are down by 13, trying their best to figure out a way how to get around this defense here, as this defense has been brutal, but Micah Hyde here gets the ball. He's going to take this back for a pick 6. Beautiful job there, reading the quarterback. As he's going to take this one in there, and it's a touchdown. Bills defense able to score here, as they do a great job there. Micah Hyde gets his first interception of the season, and he has wide open space here as he takes this one back for 6, and the Rams offense are kind of shaking their heads, trying to figure out what went wrong here on this drive. As you see, the coach there very frustrated here, as the Rams not playing like the Rams like they were just a year ago, actually just several months ago when they won the Super Bowl. As we'll see a pass there up the middle there. That is going to go to Cooper Kupp, who gets the catch. And Cooper Kupp is, of course, going to get the first down on that play. As we'll see a 1st and 10 coming up here for Stafford. Stafford drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here. Has plenty of time. Throws this one there, and that's going to be caught, but it's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete pass. And it's going to be a 2nd and 10. So Stafford there trying to get around that defense, but nice job as Von Miller comes in for the sack. Great sack there from Von Miller. As I believe that is Von Miller's, I believe, his first sack of the season tonight. So first one of the night, first one of the season. I'm sure Sean McVay there is probably thinking, how in the hell is this happening to them? As he's probably thinking he's pretty well prepared, but it seems like he's not prepared for the way the Bills are playing here tonight. As Ed Oliver there, you see tracking down Stafford, and Stafford, of course, has to throw that one away, as he cannot find nobody there on that play. Well, good job there putting the pass rush on him and force him again. Like our game plan says, force him to throw the ball and make him uncomfortable in the pocket, and that's exactly what we're doing here. As we have 5:50 left here in this first half, 20-0 here. Bills playing very well here, and getting their assignments done pretty for the most part here. Exactly what they want to do. As we see a nice run there from, I believe, from Moss, as he gets an 8-yard carry on the ball game, or on that play there. 3rd and 3 coming up. And we'll see this one will probably be ran up the middle. As we'll see Singletary is in the backfield. So he'll hand this one off. Or no, Cook there is. Cook is going to try to get in there. And again, he is stopped. This time it takes a gang of Rams there to stop him. And of course, that forces us to punt the ball. And so far, Cook's having a tough time trying to get that ball there and that run up the middle. As they've been just doing a great job there. Maybe I think we need to kind of get him maybe the running on the outside like we are with Moss, but at the same time, I mean, Cook has actually got better speed than Moss, so I don't know what the deal is on that one, but we'll see now. 1st and 10, play action, and Stafford there is going to throw this one over to Cam Akers to the left-hand side, and Cam Akers does not want to go down, as he'll be getting a 2nd and 3 coming up. Now, 3rd and inches. About a play later, as see Cam Akers again converts for the first down, is able to move the chains. And Sean McVay, I'm pretty sure he's probably liking this one right now, as his team's actually moving the football here, and they probably pretty much are looking like they can score here. As Matthew Stafford again gets taken down. Nice sack there from the defense, as Matthew Stafford again just when he's gotten things rolling for this ball club. Then it starts tumbling down on him as he gets sacked once again. I'm losing track of sacks now. I think this is at least his 4th or 5th sack now put upon this defense. So now 2nd and 19 coming up with just 2 minutes left as we got to the 2-minute warning. Stafford looks, throws this one off to the right-hand side, but it's going to be thrown out of bounds. They're intended there for Cam Akers. So 3rd and 19. And we'll see a handoff there to Cam Akers as they try to put this one on the ground. And just try to use the clock here, as Buffalo does have 2 timeouts remaining. I guess they're trying to see if Buffalo's going to take a timeout. But I think Buffalo's going to be smart about it here and just let the clock run down as much as they can. So, 1:11 left. 1st and 10 here for Josh Allen. Allen here throwing this one up there. A short pass there to Johnson. That is Duke Johnson. As he gets a 9-yard reception. Gets to now a 2nd and inches coming up. Josh Allen looking to try to convert here. And we'll see here. Josh Allen looking. Throws this one up there. That's going to be caught by McKenzie. And he's going to bring this down. That's going to be a great catch there for McKenzie. And that'll be a 1st and 10. And it should put them at their own 46. 38 seconds left here in the first half. Josh Allen taking his time here. There's 1 timeout remaining. You'll see a pass there. That is going to go to Singletary. It's going to be caught, but it's not going to move anything there. The ball is going to be still at the 46. So now 2nd and 10 coming up. Josh Allen, again, taking his time here, reading the defense, looking, throwing this one to Singletary. Singletary there throws this one, but he only gets 3 on the play, and they'll call their last timeout now here in the first half. It's 20-0. 3rd and 7 coming up. Try to convert for this first down. It's obviously going to be a pass play here. As you see, they got their DBs setting back some here. 25 seconds left. Josh Allen trying to make some last-minute adjustments here. Trying to maybe change a couple of routes. Giving a couple of signals here as he hands this one off. Drops back here looking. Scrambles throwing this one up here. This one is going to be tipped away. Good job there from the defense, and we'll be forced to punt. So 12 seconds left here. Rams balls on their own 6 as we'll hand this one off, or they'll hand that one off to Akers. And Akers will, of course, that'll probably be the last play of this half as we go into halftime with a nice 20-point lead. So we go to half here in LA against these world champions from last year. It is 20-0 as the Bills have a lead. So the Bills so far here in this first half are doing exactly what they need to do here, especially on defense. Really applying that pressure, forcing Matthew Stafford to throw the ball, and just changing the direction of the blitzing. I'm hoping that the coaching staff will probably get the more of the corners and safeties involved in the blitzing situation there. Change it up some. Have different looks going into the second half here, and really just kind of have Matthew Stafford off his, keep him on his toes and see exactly what else we can get out of him here today. But there you see the next gen stats going to the second half, and I think by far the running game is going great for us. I'm hoping the running game will open up more of the passing game. But if you know anything about this game, from when now it's been out for a good couple weeks now. There's interception issues, so I'm trying to do my best to limit the passing, but at the same time, I don't want to go into this game being scared to pass. If you understand what I'm saying there, you shouldn't be scared to pass in this game whatsoever. I'm hoping Madden will come up with some kind of patch, and hopefully that can be fixed, because I know a lot of people I've seen both on YouTube and Twitch have said the same thing. So hopefully that will be fixed here sooner than later, and hopefully we have a game that we can actually be able to throw and not worry about getting picked off every single time. Hand off now to Moss here as we'll run this one, and oh, nice job there, stiff arming the defender as he gets another carry there, and I believe he's getting close to he should be over 60 yards now here on the ground. First 10 coming up here for the Bills. Bills going to, of course, hand this ball. Looks like they're in the I formation again. They're going to hand off to Zach again. Zach going on the outside there. Trying to come back inside, and he's going to get a gain of a 7 on that play. 3rd and 5 coming up. And the Bills look like they're going to try to go for the passing scene here. And this is, like I said, we've got to, running game's awesome. That's great to have. But at the same time, we got to be able to pass. And there you see Johnson just cannot come down with it. Halfback there cannot come down with the play, and that's going to force us to go ahead and go for the punt here. So 4th and 5 coming up here, the punt. And oh, the kicker, or I should say the punter, gets drilled. And I think that is going to be a flag on the Rams, as we'll see a penalty here. And that's exactly what it is. It's roughing the kicker. So the punter is going to get hit. That's going to be an automatic first down. It's going to be that 4th and 5 now, going to be a 1st and 10. So we get the ball back. So we'll see if Josh Allen can take advantage of this, as we're at the 43-yard line in Rams territory. As we see Josh Allen throws up the middle there to Davis there. And Gilbert Davis there gets the catch, as that's going to, again, move another 1st and 10 here for the Bills, as that helps move the chains again. 1st and 10. Bills looking very strong. Allen looking pretty confident in the pocket, but at the same time, there's been cases where there's flashes of him not doing so well, because, like I said, he can't really scramble too much because the defensive, the ends here, especially on the left-hand side there, they're just being monsters. And of course, you go to the right-hand side, you're going to meet up with Aaron Donald, As you'll see there, pass there being thrown. That's going to be an interception. That's the first interception, I believe, of the game for Josh Allen. As again, that pressure being put upon him, just like what we're doing to Matthew Stafford here. Both defenses had that in their mind here today, as they got to try to stop these two talented QBs as much as possible. As Lake will pick that one off, and the Rams will get now possession here on their own side of the field, as they will come back out here, and we'll see what our defense can try to do here. Try to get this ball back as the Rams get it back on their own 27-yard line. 1st and 10, handoff there. That ball is going to be taken there at still at the 27, as there's just basically no gains. He only gets the gain of getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Rams. As we'll see, Stafford here drops back in the pocket, looking down the field, throws this one up the middle. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be a nice reception, as that is going to be able to move the ball some. We'll see a 3rd and 1 coming up as we see a man in motion, and Cam Akers here going out of the backfield, and he will get it just enough there to be able to say it's a new set of downs. 1st and 10 for the Rams as they'll move it on their own 37. Ball their own 37-yard line. Rams, of course, they don't have too much time left here. They still got a quarter left, but they really got to ramp things up if they want to try to get back in this ball game, or try to at least make this a ball game. As we'll see them getting stopped there, and a nice hit and a nice tackle there from our defense. As we're trying to, of course, more time, I guess you say that we're on defense there. It's just less opportunities there for the offense, for the Rams to come back. But nonetheless, we'll see a quick pass there, as that one's going to be thrown away. And that is going to be, of course, a punt now for the Rams. As we get the ball back in our own 23-yard line, hand this one off to Duke Johnson. And Johnson, gets hit hard. Holds on to the football there. So now we'll see a 3rd down conversion try to be made here. As we see McKenzie in motion. McKenzie going from the right side from your right side of the screen to your left side of the screen. Allen looking down the middle, finds Johnson. Duke Johnson gets the catch, and he's going to be brought down at the 48-yard line after getting a nice reception on that little screen pass there. As we'll see, 1st and 10 coming up here for Bills. Bills are trying to milk the clock as much as possible. We'll see a pass play up the middle there. That's going to be a nice catch there from Stephon Diggs. Nice slant pass there. Gets enough, and that's just going to get us a 9 on that catch. But nonetheless, we got short yardage here. Should be pretty good here for Cook to get to. As Cook this time does get there, and Cook gets the 1st down. As we go now to a 1st and 10 once again here for the Bills. And a great job there from Cook getting that one in there that time around. So we'll see Moss here try to do the same. He will, as he'll get a couple there on the play. 3rd and 8 coming up here. Got pushed back some there in that 2nd and I believe it was 2nd and 8 there. Try to move the ball, but we couldn't really move it. So now 3rd and 8 here. We'll again try to convert for the 1st down. Minute 22 left. As we'll see Allen here throws this one there as he gets hit. And that's just a rough hit. Sounded rough there. As we'll see a penalty will be called on the Rams, as they, for whatever reason, could not make a play. So it was a 4th and 5. Now it's a 4th and 11. And they're going to go ahead and punt here and try to see if they can get this one inside the 20. As we see this one punted there. That one is going to go, of course, be a touchback. And it's going to put the Rams on their own 20-yard line. As we'll see what the Rams can try to do here, as they not yet have even scored a field goal here today. As Matthew Stafford has just been brutalized, to say the least, here by this defense. We'll see if we can keep it up. Stafford drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there. That's going to go to Higsby as he gets a great catch. And that's enough there for the 1st down. As Higsby, nice job there. I believe it's his 1st or 2nd catch of the day. We'll see Smith Jr. bringing down Cam Akers as he gets a little help there that time. Cam Akers, I don't know why, but he just seems so tough to try to wrap up. As we'll see 2nd and 5 here, we'll see a quick pass play. That's going to be caught there, and that's going to be not enough there for the 1st, as they'll get 9 on the reception. And that'll end the 3rd quarter as we go in here to the 4th and final quarter, 20-0. 31 coming up here for the Rams as they'll throw a quick pass there. That is going to go to the Cooper Kupp, I believe. And that'll be short of the first. As yeah, so that's going to be Cooper Kupp, number 10. And he'll get met up there on that short pass route. And that's going to stop them. But they're going to go ahead and go for it here on 4th down. They know they need to try to score some points. Stafford going to drop back in the pocket, throw this one up there. That's going to be picked off by Johnson. There is a flag on the field here, but Johnson's going to try to take this one back as he gets pushed out of bounds. Big play there. We'll see who this is on. Looks like it came out of the backfield of the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills will get called on that one. It's a roughing the passer. That's a worst timing call there, ref. So now 1st and 10 after that cheap call there. See a quick pass. That's going to go to Cooper Kupp, and Kupp's going to be brought there as he does get a first, as he's going to be met up there near the 25-yard line for another 1st and 10 for the Rams. Rams here go no huddle. 1st and 10 for the Rams. 9 minutes left here in the 4th. Pass play up the middle. That's going to be caught and thrown as Stafford makes a nice catch there to Beasley, a former Buffalo Bill. As we'll see, Cam Akers is going to be met up there by the right end who made the penalty, which caused us to stay on the field. Raslam, I believe that's his last name is. He gets the tackle, and it's going to be a 3rd and 4 coming up now for the Rams offense. Rams offense got to make a play here. Worst case scenario will be 3 points, but we'll see Stafford there throws this one there. That's going to be thrown and caught as Beasley gets another catch. And that'll be another 1st down for the Rams. Rams now on the 11-yard line of the Bills as Cam Akers here runs this one there. Cam runs this one in the middle. Gets a nice yardage there. Puts him at the 5. 2nd and 4 coming up. We'll see Cam Akers again. Runs this one in there. He gets into the end zone. No problem there for him. Touchdown, Rams. And now they're finally on the board here. But I think it's too late here as it's 20-7. We'll see what the Bills can do here with 7:15 left in the final quarter, as they'll pretty much run the running game here as Moss runs this one off the left-hand side and gets a nice gain. As we see now a 3rd and 3 coming up, and of course the Rams are just chomping at the bit here to make a stop to try to get that ball back, because they have plenty of time to get down the field here and try to get the score within at least 1 possession. As we'll see a run there from Moss, and Moss will get set up there and he will get hit as he'll come up short there with a 4th and 2. But nah. We're going to go ahead and go for it here. 4th and 2 might be a bad call from the coach, but nonetheless here we got to make it. As Moss here runs off the edge there. Moss gets a great block there off the edge. That's going to get him there past the 40. And that's going to put a 1st and 10 now. A new set of downs here for Buffalo. And Buffalo now can really if they can be smart about this, run the clock and take over this game. 1st and 10 coming up. Singletary in the backfield, Cook in the backfield there. Cook trying to find that block. Number 60, you got to do a better job there, bud. But he does get enough there for a 4. As we go to a 2nd and 6 coming up. Ball their own 45-yard line. Again, just trying to have this clock tick away as much as we possibly can as we hand this one off to Moss. Moss gets another 1st down. Moss has almost open field to run through, but he's going to be met up there by a defender. That is Fuller, as he'll get stopped there at the 34-yard line. So again, just taking our time, pacing ourselves. Don't have to get into the end zone here. If anything, take the if we can get 3 points, take it, and then just keep building on to this lead that we have right now. So less than 4 minutes left here. We'll hand this one off to Moss. Moss again trying to muscle his way through this one. But Aaron Donald and company will make a stop and actually make him lose a yard on that carry. So 2nd and 11 coming up. And again, just taking our time here. Getting them nervous. Getting a little flustered. Maybe even a little overconfident here in the pursuit to try to stop us here. As we'll hand this one off to Moss. Moss here, try to get around that block. There he does, and he finally is going to be wrapped up. Nice carry there from him. And again, just showing here his speed and his great awareness here of running here. As we just blocking, just got to get a little bit better here. But of course, this is just the first game, so everybody's got those big giant butterflies in their stomach here. Just want to try to play well. But at the same time, you got to play smart. 3rd and 7 coming up here. Hand this one off to Moss. Moss does a great job around the corner. Gets this one there, and he gets to the 22-yard line. As that's a gain of another 11 or 12 yards there on that carry. Gets him another 1st and 10. Getting close to the 2-minute warning here. Of course, Rams are going to be start using those timeouts at some point here. Handoff here. We'll see a run there from Moss. Moss going to go ahead and try to take this one inside the 50 or inside the 20. They'll be right down at the 13, and we'll get to the 2-minute warning here with 2:04 left. And it'll be a 2nd and 1 coming up for the Bills. Bills are just 2 minutes away from getting the first win here in the 2022-2023 season. As we'll see, Cody Ford will be hurt, and that's going to force us to take a timeout. 3rd and 3 coming up. I wish we wasn't forced to take that timeout, but because that stops the clock here. But a minute 56 left. 3rd and 3 coming up here. We're trying to get Moss there to run up the middle there, but they're too smart. They realize what we're trying to do there on that one. And, of course, we have to take the Rams will take their first timeout. So a minute 53 here. Okay, we'll take the 3 points here. That just, tacks on. And they still got to get down the field here, and they have not been doing that here at all too much here, except for that one drive they had that got them down there where they were marching. But the question is, can they do that again? Well, we're about to find out here if our defense can really continue doing what they were doing. As you see, dislocated shoulder there for Ford. Hopefully it's not serious. We'll see if we can get a report later on here after the game. 1st and 10 for Stafford. Stafford drops back here, trying to look down the field, trying to make a big play, but he realized he can. There's nobody open. An incomplete pass, and it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 25-yard line. Stafford here drops back, throws this one up. That's going to be caught by White, as that's a great interception. Of course, a beautiful job there from him as we get a short field here now. And now we can really melt this clock and really force the Rams to start using those timeouts. So I'm sure we're going to try to run this one up the middle here and just try to sit on this ball as long as we can here. As we'll see Moss here. Beautiful blocking there from our fullback. Great job, and that's going to get us a 1st down as the Rams are forced to use their 2nd timeout now here in the half. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Rams. Ball on the 10-yard line. Hand this one off there to Moss again. Moss trying to get around that block, but the defender gets a hold of him there. And the Rams, of course, using their last timeout now. So a minute 27 left here. 2nd and goal coming up here. Maybe try to set this up for a field goal. So we'll probably try to stay up in the middle here. As we'll see a handoff there to Moss. Moss goes on the right-hand side, and he will run there at the 10. As he'll be just short of the 1st. As we'll see a 3rd and goal coming up here. Got to get this one in the end zone to get the first, obviously to get the touchdown here. Allen there throws one up the middle. That's going to go to Crowder. Crowder's going to get the catch, and it's going to be just short of the the touchdown, actually. As we'll set the ball at the 2-yard line. So we'll go ahead and kick this one. 30 seconds left. Not too much here. Just easy points that we can put on the board here and just lay it thick on these Rams. As the kicker here just taking his time here. Of course, they cannot ice us, so that's great. As we'll see the kick here, no problem there on the kick. This one looks like it's going to be good, and it is good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your ball game. As we win the first game here in a very hostile crowd here in LA. As the LA Rams are going to take their first loss of the season. Stafford here, last chance now, last ditch effort here, try to put up something. This one will get thrown up there. That's going to be caught by Cup. But that is going to be it for your ball game. As the Rams are defeated here. And we win this one 23-7. Excuse me, 26-7. Forgot we kicked that field goal there. But yeah, great win there. Great job there for the defense. We stuck with our game plan for the most part, especially on the, both sides, both offensively and defense. But the defense was just monsters, and that's what I want to see from our boys here today. I want them to be ruthless. I want them to be also, not to mention, be smart. Don't get any penalties like we got those. And I think that one penalty that we got, where we got the interception, they said it was a pass interference, or not a pass interference. It was a quarterback, roughing the quarterback or whatever. Yeah, that was bull. Like, that was just the computer just being a baby. It's like, I've been hitting you all game long. You should have called that already. So I know I played a lot of exhibition games, just kind of get the sliders set up. And I still gotta figure out the slider set that I'm trying to use. I'm use the what do you call the penalty sliders. I moved them up just one to 51. I may have to bring them down because they seem like they're maybe just a little too sensitive for that penalty to be called. So I think next game I'm moving back down to 50. But all the other games I played, it was just like some of the simming, or not the simming, the gameplay I had, it was ridiculous. It was just call after call after. It's like, okay, I ran a couple of tests for the most part. I should have seen that when I seen like the 12 tests I did, like 9 or 10 of the games, they were just really calling anything they wanted to on the user. So I think next game I'm gonna have to move this. I'm just moving back to default sliders when it comes to penalties, so we don't have to worry about that in the next game, because it's just and of course the interception issues gets ridiculous too, because there shouldn't be a lot of the interceptions you've seen here, with the exception of that Micah Hyde one, which I wish they would have given me a user pick, because it was a user pick. Should have been a user pick, but I know the CPU does a lot of picking, because I've also seen that in my gameplays as well, testing the slides and like that, and it's ridiculous. I hope EA finds out a way to fix that, because that is ridiculous. Because if they don't, it's people are not going to be enjoying the game, but yeah, it is what it is. Allen, 12 of 20 in the game, 136 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. As for Moss, 27 carries for 154 yards, 8 tackles. I think Moss and Cook are going to be splitting reps when it comes to the running game. And then Singletary, 3 carries, 6 yards. I think I said this before in another video, one of our other two for the beginning when we started this series. Singletary is probably a guy that we'll probably end up getting rid of in a trade of some sort. So he will not be utilized too often. I think if anything, I probably have him as our third down back. As for receiving wise, Davis, 3 catches for 41 yards in the game, and the only single touchdown we had in there. Of course, Scott McDermott talked to one of our guys there about the game and about the accomplishment that we made. And there you see all the defensive back earns 45,000 XP, or should not say 45,000. Jeez, I wished 4,500 XP, as well as game plan. I know some of you are like, oh yeah, that's not 45,000. I know, 4,500. As for our rookie corner, he's going to be out for 4 weeks because of an injury, and of course AJ Jackson for the Rams, he's going to be out for 3 weeks because of a dislocated wrist as well. So I mean, do we do we risk sacrificing a person out there probably for the win? Yeah. But our rookie, he should be bouncing back here pretty quickly. But like I said, we got a lot of corners as is, so we're not hurting in that aspect there. But at the same time, it just sucks that we have a guy out, and which I said too. The sliders I got for injuries, stuff like that. I like it. It's nice. It's not. There's not a bunch of injuries. It's a good fit, not a perfect fit, but a good fit. But coming up in the next episode, you guys, stay tuned for episode number 2 as we go home and get our first, hopefully our first home game, our first home win, as we'll be hosting the Tennessee Titans of course, King Henry in the house. We'll see what we can do against him, and see if we can, of course, stop his, his run that he had over the past last season there. And we'll see if we can, of course, neutralize him and try to have have a really great game here, our first home game of the season. So we'll be hosting Tennessee in that one. So stay tuned for that here, Bills Mafia, as we roll on to week 2 with the Titans. But that's it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Not to mention, hit that sub button if you happen to be new. And as well, hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and our Discord, as the links are down below in the description. And of course, check us out over on Twitch, as we do live stream mainly on the weekends, Thursday through Saturday. Over there's a scheduled time down below in the description as well for live stream events over there. And definitely come out, hang out. It's chilled vibe, just kicking back, playing games, and just talking about sports and what's going on in what's going on in the world of sports, and just what's going on in movies and all kinds of stuff. So we talk about a lot of different things over there, and just have a good time. Always a positive vibe over there. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.